This is Linnell Taylor, and it is an honor to tell you where I'm at tonight. I am here at the San Antonio chapter of the Links Incorporated Western Gala, and I have with me the president, Mrs. Angela Jolivet, who's going to just tell us a little bit about this great organization. We don't have enough time because they do some amazing things, but I just wanted to tell us a little bit about the San Antonio chapter and this great organization.
Well, thank you very much. The San Antonio chapter is 63 years old. We have been around for a pretty long time, and we are so grateful to have our charter member with us in the person of Doris Ellison, and Doris Horn Ellison. And we are so excited that we're here today. Now, our chapter has this annual event every year, and each year it gets greater and greater, grander and grander, and of course, this year has been the grandest ever. We had the most corporate sponsors ever. We have the most invited guests ever, and we have the Carl Booker team here with us again this year, and we are so grateful to be here. Our chapter has, we are pretty much, I think, about 60 members strong, and we have been doing this for a long, long time. So I actually became a member of this wonderful chapter back in 2011, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
So tell us, what have been some of your greatest moments in the chapter since you're joining in approximately 2011?
My greatest moments would be when we would go out and do our community service. We'd be out working with the youth and making sure, sometimes at the Boys and Girls Clubs, sometimes we would be at the St. Philip's College. We would work with the children and the students there. And so that's been my greatest moment, watching our children develop and exposing them to some of the great works of art, even if it's sometimes with dealing with their health, because we have a youth facet that deals with a little bit of everything, and we have signature events that we do. So I think my greatest moment is watching our children grow, the impact that we make on the community through our youth, and even through some of the other events that we host.
And I want you to tell us a little bit about this occasion so people have a great understanding of why they come out every year and what 60 of you, she said approximately 60 women put on this auspicious event, and it takes a lot of work for any organization to put on anything, and they're working with about 60 strong. So tell us about this occasion.
This occasion right here is our fundraising event. It's our signature fundraising event. We take time and we plan a year in advance for this event. And what we do is we raise our funds so that we can take the funds and use it, first of all, for scholarships. We want to make sure we give out 20 good scholarships, and we do that every year. So we give those out, and then we also use this as a moment to take care of charity funds, doing everything and anything we can to support other organizations and their charity funds. So basically, we are here having a great time, partying with a purpose, but at the same time, raising funds to help our youth in this city.
And you said approximately 20 scholarships per year?
We give 20 scholarships every year. 20 scholarships.
And for parents seeking or students, are they open to the community? Anybody can apply? Do they go to your website? How do they get information about those scholarships?
That is exactly correct. You go to the website, and when you go to the website, the San Antonio chapter of the Links, you will find the scholarship application and you apply. And what we do is we thoroughly and carefully look through that application, screen it very well, and if you qualify, you get that $2,000. It's $2,000 for 20 kids. That's what we raise funds for. So we just gave 20 away last year, and we're looking forward to the 20 this year.
So did you hear that? 20 scholarships, $2,000, that's $40,000, and that's just a small portion of the great work that these funds go towards. So how can someone who wants to get involved, maybe a donor or corporate sponsor, how can they contact you all? What's the best way for them to reach out?
One venue would be through the website.
Okay.
Also, we have what we call Facebook now. And Facebook, you can contact us and you can reach us. If you go to the Facebook, you can just basically the best way would be through the website. That's the best way. But you will go to our our Facebook, and see other advertisements and things that we offer and do for this city.
Okay.
Our goal and our aim is to make sure we impact this community.
So there are multiple ways you can get in touch. This is Miss Angela Jolivet. So if you're out and about at other things, an event, and you hear that name, please remember the San Antonio chapter of the Links Incorporated. You can contact her. And once again, we are just grateful for the work that they do here in the community. One of the other things I want to talk about real quickly before I let you go, you talked about scholarship. There's programming. We've seen some of the programming that you do. You talked about a charter member. So for those who are curious as to, well, what is the Links organization about? Just a little bit more. I know it's scholarship and these things, but talking about our founding members, how does that attribute to the organization as a whole?
Our organization is the oldest volunteer organization in the country. We basically do a lot of volunteering through many, many avenues. And so one of the things we do, as you were saying, that founding member started this, and that was way back in it was chartered in 1963. But on December the 10th, 1960 is actually when this organization started. So basically what we're doing is we're bringing in other folks that or other individuals that qualify, and we try to grow our membership. We're targeting now women under 50. That's what we're targeting. Women under 50, we're looking for you. And so it's sort of an invitation. That's how it's done. But basically, and it's a private invitation, that's what it is. And so basically, we do whatever we can to grow this membership and to make sure we impact this community.
So if you have a calling, as she said, it is a private invitation. However, sometimes just talking to people, you'll be amazed. They may be a member and can talk to you about how you may be able to be a service to our community. Miss Angela Jolivet, I want to thank you for taking time out your busy schedule. I know you have a lot of guests to greet, over 800 in the building tonight.
Yes.
So I don't want to keep you long. We thank you for taking your time out
I'm so
to
happy
talk
to be
with
here,
us
and thank
today.
you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Once again, we're back here at the Western Gala, and it is my honor to have the only living charter member, Miss Doris Horn Ellison, with me. A charter member. She is one of the members responsible for the San Antonio Links here in San Antonio, and I just want her to tell us about what those years are like being here in San Antonio and being a charter member of this particular chapter.
It's really a pleasure being a charter member of the San Antonio chapter of the Links and to sponsor this gala every year. It has been a pleasure to meet so many nice people and to have so many people, so many guests to attend. I have been a member of the San Antonio chapter for many, many, many years. And we have taken the chance to the advantage to take children to many cultural events. And being a charter member is really a pleasure. For 60 years, I have been a member.
Did you hear that? I have to say that one more again. She said 60 years, and she's still here today and active. And look at what this has grown into, 60 years. Tell us, what have been some of your greatest moments in that 60 years as you think back to when y'all began this organization? What have you seen evolve? What have you enjoyed the most about it?
Well, there are 14 members that started with the San Antonio chapter of the Links. And we used to meet in our homes and have meetings. And the men, the collecting links, were there also. And they look forward to our meetings because they enjoy being together. The San Antonio Links have had many cultural events, many cultural events for the children and in the community. We have had things in the community, and we have taken the children to various places in the community for their enjoyment, for their entertainment, and for their learning.
So you heard that nothing has changed. They're still about doing the work of the community and doing the work for children so that they benefit. So the work is not in vain. 60 years later, the organization is still thriving. The San Antonio chapter, she said they started with 14 members. Is that correct? 14 of you. 14. And so it, again, is an honor to have her here today with us, 60 years in and counting. So we are just so elated once again because many members go on, but she is still here active. And this is why there's such joy and pride in this organization. And we just want to continue to see it grow. Is there anything else you want to tell them about the San Antonio chapter of the Links Incorporated?
Well, this event tonight will really be very wonderful for the children and people in the community. But I think we have around 800 members here tonight. Is that correct?
I hear there's about 800 members. That is what I'm hearing as well, that are in the house. People who have joined us, 800, 900 that are coming out tonight. So you are correct. And so again, I would say your work is not in vain. You are enjoying the rewards of your work. And so I just want to say, as a member of the community, thank you for your vision and what this has grown into. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And once again, this is the charter member. We're here tonight with Mrs. Doris Ellison, and she is 60 years in and going strong. We thank you. And so when you think about the Links Incorporated San Antonio chapter Western Gala, do know this. You are making a difference in our community, and they stand on the hills. We all do, of community members who had vision for the future. So we just thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you for your time. We are here at the 2024 San Antonio chapter of the Links Western Gala, and boy, are we having a ball. I have Miss Chris Warren here with me, and she's going to talk to us about the corporate sponsorship portion and how this event is able to come to pass with the help of those corporate sponsors. So tell us, how many corporate sponsors do y'all have this year?
We had a tremendous response from our corporate sponsors this year. Unprecedented, 33 corporate sponsors this year. It's just incredible support from the community, and it all really goes to our programming, whether it's scholarships or programming that helps the communities on issues that we care about in San Antonio. It all goes back into our community. So we couldn't do any of this without our corporate sponsors, so we're incredibly grateful for them.
Did you hear that? 33 corporate sponsors. So I always like to do a challenge. We're at 33 this year. Let's do 7 more to be at 40 or 50 next year. Let's proclaim it now. So if you are a major corporation here in the city of San Antonio or surrounding areas, they're looking for corporate sponsors to help us continue this journey here in the San Antonio
And listen,
community.
We've got the large corporate sponsors, but we also have a lot of small businesses who support us as well, year after year. Big, small, it doesn't matter. We all appreciate everything that our partners are doing with us. So thank you so much.
And thank you for clarifying that. So you don't have to have corporate behind your name. If you just want to do the greater good for a community, call the Links. Call Miss Warren. She will be more than happy to get you all set and ready for next year to get that table or 2 or 3, however many you like. We're proclaiming it right now because they're doing great works in the community. how is that increase from last year? Just tell the people.
Yeah, this year it's been a significant increase. I mean, it's almost $90,000 that we've raised, and all of that will go into programming, whether it's for our arts or our youth or our civic issues. All of it will go back into the various programming that we have. We have a great new mentoring program this year. So lots and lots of love from the corporate sponsor community, and we couldn't be more proud and couldn't be more grateful. We will see all of you hopefully again in 2025. Welcome, welcome. We welcome all of our corporate sponsors.
So they don't want any to fall off. Remember, we want to increase that number for next year. So this is our shout out and our call to the challenge for corporate sponsors. And again, small businesses, if you want to be an individual donor, to say, hey, I like what you're doing, the work is going to great cause. This is your opportunity, and this is Miss Chris Warren over the corporate sponsorship here with the San Antonio Links chapter of the Links Incorporated annual Western Gala.
Woohoo!
San Antonio, if you didn't come out tonight, you are definitely missing a treat. You've already heard about how we're partying with the purpose. We are out here supporting this great organization who's giving back to the community. And I have with me Miss Dion Roberts, just to help you better understand the chapter programming of the San Antonio chapter of the Links Incorporated. She's going to kind of tell you a little bit about where these funds go and what types of programming happens and takes place in the organization. So Ms. Dion, tell us about some of the programming that benefits from this Western Gala.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for asking. Obviously, it's a party, but it's a party with a purpose,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
we are so grateful that people come out every year, and as a result of that, we're able to do mentorship programs. We have literacy programs for young adults. We provide scholarships. And as you heard from the stage this evening, we have a $500,000 endowment with St. Philip's College. And so our focus is really on the next generation and making sure that they have the tools to be successful in whatever way that looks like for them, right? So if they want to, follow a trade, they have St. Philip's. If they are looking for other opportunities, we bring a lot of different folks in to talk to our young people about what that looks like, what careers look like in different places.
And I want to talk to you about that because that's what several have been excited about, the new mentoring program. Do y'all have a specific group of children that you're working with, or are you going to schools? What does that particular program look like?
So it's an amazing program, and we were so fortunate to get a grant specifically to launch it. We hope to be expanding it right now.
Okay.
We are partnering with organizations like the Lemonade Circle and the National Society for Black Engineers and their junior programs to identify kids for those mentorship opportunities. But I have to tell you, our ladies are loving the opportunity to work with that next generation. Keeps us young and hopefully adds value for them as well.
So if you have an organization or you're working with young ladies, they may be calling you, but if it sounds like a match, maybe you can reach out to the San Antonio chapter of the Links Incorporated to talk about some opportunities, or maybe if you could go out and speak to children, because she's so right, it makes a difference and it's much needed, especially in this climate in our society today. So what is your role with the programming?
So we have a variety of different committees. I am actually on one that's called National Trends in Service.
Okay.
So one of my favorite programs actually is we partner with a nonprofit organization called the Through Project, and they support young adults who are aging out of foster care and need help with rent or utilities or tuition, to make sure that even though they do have some resources still available to the state, that they have a community surrounding them and lifting them up as they take those next steps into adulthood.
That's very promising there, because we make a difference in the lives of children. They're constantly watching, and again, we just want to thank you for your role, your service, and this great organization for giving back to the community. So before I let you go, is there anything you want to tell the people, especially those who maybe missed this year, or even to those who are here in the building?
If you are here, we are so incredibly grateful, and if you are not here, we cannot wait to see you in 2025.
2025, you heard that. This year, over 800 in attendance. Let's make it 1,000. We're sending out the challenges now. It's growing, and we just thank all these ladies who are giving their hard-earned time and efforts to community. Thank you, Dion, so much for joining us tonight.
Love having you all here.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the San Antonio chapter of the Links Incorporated annual Western Gala, and I have the pleasure with me, co-chair of this year's event, Miss Sharon Swisher, and she's going to talk to us about why they party with a purpose. So tell us about this party with a purpose.
Well, the reason that we party with a purpose is to raise funds and awareness about our programming that we impact the community of San Antonio and the greater area around us. We party with a purpose to bring people in from the community to us. We party with a purpose to ensure that we make an indelible mark in the community of what we do. It's not just saying it, but put the action to the words. And so raising a lot of funds to be able to roll back into the community so that way that we can impact child after child after child, young adult, so they then can break that cycle of poverty, break the cycle of not having food insecurity. Whatever it is, we want to be in the forefront to ensure that if it's going to be a party, we want to have it a party with a purpose.
Notice the key to this party, the fundraising, all that goes into this is community and children. So people probably say, well, what does it mean to party with a purpose? What does that look like? So how would you describe tonight's event to the people who are at home missing this special occasion?
That's a very interesting question. So what you really need to do is be here so you can see from beginning to end what this experience looks like. From the time you walk in the door, you're going to be greeted with a smile. We want people to know we appreciate you investing in us, pouring into us, because every dollar that you spend with us, we're going to roll it back over twice and put it back into the community. So when you look around, the camera will peruse around to see lots of people from every age category in the city who knows what it means to invest in mankind.
And so you're hearing it right here. They party with a purpose. You can dress up, come look good, but it's about the purpose. That purpose-driven party is why they are here today. And so tell us a little bit about how many people are in the building tonight.
This is record-breaking crowd for us. We have over 800 attendees, 800 family, friends, and well-wishers, supporters, sponsors in the building tonight. We are literally busting from the seams, not having enough room and space. Next year, I don't know where we're going to have this event. This is a great, awesome venue, but we're going to have to find a venue that can hold all of us.
And so we want to make that happen. That's a great problem to have, is growing too large for where you're at, but doing great things. So I'm going to put this plug out here because, as we know, in the city of San Antonio, the Omegas have held down the event of the year. And so before we came on camera, Ms. Sharon said, they just want to let you know they're coming for y'all. They're coming for y'all.
You know what? We're going to continue to party with a purpose and touch more corporate sponsors, more people in the community, so they too can be a part of this great party with a purpose.
And do know that we say that jokingly. However, all of the organizations in the city are doing great things, but each one is unique. And so you're hearing about the mission, the goals of what the San Antonio chapter of the Links Incorporated do for our city in San Antonio. Ms. Swisher, I really want to thank you for taking this opportunity, and I don't want to hold you up from this awesome party. So thank you for taking the time. Before you go, though, is there anything else you want to tell the people? How can they get ready for next year?
Well, I would say get ready, get ready, get ready. We will be putting out information very shortly, probably within the next 30 days. We already have our date on the calendar. It will be the third Saturday in February of 2025. And so get ready. We'll be tapping into sponsors, community people. We want everybody to come join forces with us. You too can party with a purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We thank you and appreciate having you here. Thank you.